I don't think we realize how many people fall through the cracks of the medical system, even in our own communities here in the US. But what I can do is go out and provide care to people who need it the most, and that's what we're doing today. I'm taking the mobile clinic out to Genesis Community Health, which is a free clinic here in my community, and we're going to be providing full dermatology care at no charge to these patients in financial need. We're going to pack up the motor home, get it off the charger, and head to Genesis, so let's go. Time to hit the road. So we're going to be working from about 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. today. All of the patients are lined up by the providers at Genesis Community Health. They've identified the patients who are in the most need of dermatology care. So I have no idea what's going to walk through the door today, but we're excited to take care of these patients. We've got our liquid nitrogen, we've got our prescription pad, we've got our biopsy tools if necessary. But I'm just excited to take care of these patients and to provide the best care with the resources that we have available. We've got 17 patients on the schedule today from 9 to 1 o'clock. Several of them are Spanish speaking, so I've got a medical assistant here who is interpreting for us, certified as a Spanish interpreter. And one of the challenges that we're going to see today is we have several patients coming back that we saw the first time we came to Genesis. And we've already learned from the clinic that several of them either didn't fill or didn't refill the prescriptions that they had. And that's challenging as a doctor. They're going to come back if they have the same problem and they weren't compliant with the treatment. There is a level of personal responsibility when it comes to your medical care, but also compliance issues I also view as a systemic issue with the medical system. And if a patient isn't compliant with treatment, I want to control everything that I can control. But we do recognize there is a level of individual responsibility, and we do everything we can to help the patient to bridge that gap. So we're going to see what comes in today and what challenges we have to address for the first time or readdress for the second time. But we're ready to begin. Robert,
Yep.
Good to meet you. We're dealing with a condition on your scalp, and you've been, how long has that been going on?
Oh, it's been going on for about 5 years.
Itching all over, more concentrated on the back.
At top, it started off on the top here, but on the back there, it's been prominent for the longest time.
Okay. So on the back, you do have, little bumps that kind of look like acne right along the bottom of the hairline. This is a condition called acne keloidalis nuchae, and it's really common, and it's due to little ingrown hairs. When those hairs get cut short, they come through the skin, but not through the hair follicle. That leads to a lot of inflammation in the scalp, and you can get scarring almost that starts to happen, and those bumps have a really hard time going away. I'm going to give you a shampoo to use across the scalp that I think will help with itching. It does decrease the yeast that live on our skin, and everybody has a little bit of yeast that lives on us. And then I'm going to give you a little topical steroid ointment that you can put on there to help with the inflammation. So you'll apply that on there just as needed. If the bumps are not bad, if the itching is not bad, I don't want you to use it because we do try to limit the use of steroids when possible. If this isn't enough to help, there is another medication called clindamycin lotion that can more specifically help to target the bacteria that live on the scalp. And we kind of have to see if it's more of a fungal thing for you, more of a bacterial thing, or more just inflammation. But I think this initial regimen is going to lead to a lot of improvement for you. Any questions about that plan?
Nope.
Okay.
That's great.
All right. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
Thank you for coming in. We have a sponsorship with Frontier Credit Union, so thank you to Frontier Credit Union. Your support by watching the videos, by purchasing your skincare through the links down in the video description really helps us to continue to do this kind of work. I got the rundown from Josie a little bit. There's a few different things we're looking at, but you've been dealing with the rash for years, it sounds like. And where does that pop up at on the body? Everywhere. What I'm going to do is called a scratch test on your back. I want to see how reactive your skin is. And so I'm just going to lift up your shirt and just kind of scratch with my thumbnail. And we're going to give that a couple minutes to see if it flares up and forms a hive. So just a little pressure here, and we're going to see if you have a condition called dermatographism. Let's take a peek at the back and see if you're starting to react. And not really. Just a little bit red, but it's not turning into a hive or anything. First thing that I would have you do, are you still taking antihistamines right now? Okay. the first thing that I would have you do is pick up, again, Zyrtec, Claritin, or Allegra. If that's not keeping you clear, if you still flare, then I want you to take 2 a day. And then if you need more than that, we can move up to 4 a day. All right, another great clinic today. We had a lot of patients come in, found some cancer, helped people stay in the workforce by treating their occupational skin disease, and then provided a lot of reassurance. So this is just something I love doing, and I appreciate you guys' support as we take care of these patients. We're gonna have several other videos of specific patient encounters coming out. You get little previews of that here, but to learn more about some of these conditions in greater detail, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can kind of get the whole story that's going on, and especially as we get the chance to follow up with these patients. But otherwise, guys, thank you for your support, and I'll see you on the next video.